Welcome to Gail's Garden Herbs and More. I am very tired, all-day trip, but somebody was very generous with some goats. She's actually milking. I'm not used to these little tiny goats, but it's probably easier for me to handle now that I'm older and not as strong. She's about 3 and she's in milk. She had 2 babies. They're about 8 weeks old, so this is my first morning to milk her. We will see. Like I said, anyway, he's the little colored one. He's beautiful. And they gave me him. He's just old enough to probably start breeding real quick, real soon. But after I got home then to put up a makeshift pen for him for a while until I can get a fence built. My son's not in town, so I don't know how that's going to work. He's working out of town right now, but I couldn't, she gave me the buck with the doe, and she was in a circumstance she had to cut down on her herd, and she felt comfortable with us taking, their goats go in the house with them sometimes, with the kids, and they're pets, so she wanted someone who would treat them right. Anyway, and actually we had went on another excursion up there and ended up bringing home little goats. So the rest of the excursion, I had forgot my phone, but you'll find out more about that in a later video, something that's coming up, but it'll be a while. But we were getting things prepared. Anyway, I'm going to try to hook you up to watching me milk this morning. I don't know if she's used to being milked by people or not. Her teats are a different size. Like my daughter says, she's part of the itty-bitty titty committee because hers are very small compared to the large goats that I'm used to having. So here we go. Oh, that didn't go so well. I'm really rum-dum today. I didn't sleep last night. My daughter and them said they couldn't sleep either, but I don't know what's going on. But and after that long all-day trip, I'm not what I used to be to wrangle goats. And this little gal may be small, but she is stout. And she will not let me milk her. I got a few squirts on the grass. I gave up trying to get it. I have a big milking bucket, and it was too big, so I brought this little pan out here. That's when I tried to videotape it for you guys. That didn't work, so I just got a few squirts on the ground. I can't get any more. She says, "You are not touching me." She goes, "You're not like my babies." And my hands were warm. The solution was warm I washed her with. I didn't want to shock her. I tried tethering it up close, as you can see, and then holding her with my knee against a post, but she still wouldn't let me. She was determined. She was not going to let me touch that post. They're good travelers. You've got to hear this story. We were way far away. They had to ride in a car almost 4 hours. In a very nice car, in the back floorboards. She says, "Okay, I can't even lay down. I'll tell you the story in a minute. Hold on." Okay, you've got to hear this story. It's hilarious. But my daughter's going to come, but she's in town on a medical appointment with my granddaughter, and then they have to go shopping for camping. They're getting ready. But anyway, and whatever, I don't know. Grocery shopping, then put them away. It's going to be a while, but I can't do it. Let me tell you the story. Okay, so like I said, we went for another reason, but we ended up with these goats in the back floorboards. Actually, they were great little travelers. Then we stopped one place and took them out, and the little male, he did his thing, and she didn't go, so we put them back in, and then we went through a drive-thru to get something to eat and found a shady place in a parking lot that had some trees, and we tied the goats. We had a thing, we tied them to the trees to eat our lunch, and a guy was parked there doing something, and he had some water, and he poured it in a container and brought it over for the goats, which was nice. This one lady was driving by, and she looks, and she starts laughing her head off as she's driving by, and another person came by, and they said, "I thought you had dogs," and I looked, and those aren't dogs. We had so many comments like that, because here we are in the middle of town in a big parking lot a town we stopped at, And people were just, what are goats doing here, you know? Um, anyway, it was kind of hilarious. So we got them, and the first time it took a little bit to get them in. They learn quick. Let me tell you, goats are very smart. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. They're very smart. They knew how to get right back in the car, into the floorboards, and they laid down. They were good girls. But towards the end of the journey, you could tell they were really about had enough. He was just finally gave up and was just sleeping. They hadn't really done anything, but you could tell it got a little bit antsy. She stood up and started bang and bang, and she tried to tell us she had to go potty and pee, and she finally let loose. We had a towel down in the floorboard that we happened to have with us, and she finally went in it. But she didn't want to go in the car. She was, for the longest time, that whole time, she had not been hollering. I mean, when we first put them in the car, they battled a little bit, and then they settled right in. And then they were great. And then after that time, just, probably 20 minutes before we got home, she couldn't hold it any longer. And she was trying so hard to tell us. So, I mean, it was very interesting. These goats are really, really smart. I could tell you a lot of goat stories when we were raising the bigger goats too. But anyway, he's beautiful. He ought to throw some absolutely gorgeous babies. He's tricolored and blue eyes. She looks like a little deer with blue eyes. But boy, she's not. Oh, you just can't milk her. She was for babies, not for milking. I can see that. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you. I'll let you all go. And if you have any suggestions, what I can do to get her milked, because I'm not going to have any help in a few days. For probably I don't know how long. But I don't know what I'm going to do. So I will catch you all later, and you have a great day, and I hope you had a little bit of a laugh along with me. What else can I do but laugh until I can figure out how to get this goat to let me milk her? I have a great solution, homemade solution for milking. I'm going to share that on, to wash their udder with. I'll share that later with you, all natural, but that works. So I'll catch you later. Bye.